There we go. Okay. And then remember, we do have it in the Facebook group, business. Okay, so everybody starts out as a customer. The $29 membership was eliminated, and they get the products at wholesale. I don't know if there's supposed to be any there, maybe. So customer, that's number one. They get access to all of the products. They even get their own website. You're getting a website for free. It's a wholesale membership. And you can actually introduce people to the products as a customer, okay? But in order, so now the product, it's like $164, something like that. And there's something called a qualified order. This is a qualified order, the Forever Pack. We call it the Forever Pack. It's a name that we gave to it. It doesn't call it that in the website. It's called the Isogenesis, or the Isoline Shake and Isogenesis Pack. But you can search for it under Forever Pack. They did do that, and it'll pull it up because there's a catalog and there's a lot of products in there. So you got to go find the ones that you want to order personally, put them in the cart. But a qualified order is 100 BV. That stands for business volume. Every product is given a point value. There's an individual point value, like the Isogenesis is just over 50 BV. The Shake is just over 25 BV by itself. But as a pack, it's about 103 BV. So it is a qualified order. What does that mean? Well, you know, in sales and in business, they typically make you reach a quota as a salesperson. We don't have to sell anything because what you're going to personally consume is qualified. So that's the point that I want to make here. That's an advantage. You don't have to sell anything to qualify to make money. You're just going to eat your overhead. Do you want to say something about eating your overhead, Jojo? Because people are already buying groceries, and this is groceries. They're just they're rediverting some of their grocery money to these groceries, and so you're eating your overhead. And I know that you have something to say about that, being a business owner.
Well, you know, I love that we don't ask anybody to do anything different than what they're already doing. So they're going to eat something tomorrow, right? So we're going to eat something every single day. So we're just asking everybody to shift one meal. And as you shift that meal, it really it becomes an investment in your household instead of having an expense, because food is typically an expense. This way it's an investment, not only in your health, but in the bottom line of your house. And, you know, when I couldn't, as a tanning salon owner, right, I couldn't eat my electric bill, which was a lot of money. I couldn't eat my tanning lamps. I couldn't eat the building that I had to rent. I couldn't eat any of the things that were my overhead there. And so, you know, coming into this, and what you were saying is sometimes people don't see the value because the investment is so low. You know, I invested several $100,000 there, so you see this big thing. So since we invest more, it must be worth more. But here, the investment as far as dollar-wise is so small that sometimes people overlook the ability or the possibility of really having an unlimited, and that's hard to imagine, income, right? Everyone's limited in their income, but here, when there's no cap, it's hard to see that. And so really understanding that what we have in our hands, just because we shift one of our meals and take different supplements every day, you know, stuff we do anyway. So
yeah, huge benefits to a customer. You know, and you're the one that understands that when you're sharing it with somebody. Mm-hmm. And there's a value to what we call auto ship. Auto ship is where it ships the products to them automatically every month. And they set up, in Isogenics, you control that in your website. You can change the products at any time. You can change the date. You can move it back. Whatever you want to do, that's in control of the customer because it's in their website. But there's a slight price reduction on products, and they're actually enhancing that to make the auto ship even more enticing. They made an announcement that they're going to reduce the price on things and values even more than it already is. So that's a great incentive with the auto ship, but it also ensures that you're going to maintain your health, the Forever Pack, right? So it just automatically shows up. And what most people do is they add different flavors. they start adding more products to their auto ship as they see the results they're getting and want to try out different products. But there's some huge value to that and the auto ship. All right, so let's see, on top of that. Okay, so now you can use the products for as long as you want and as a customer and have that membership for the rest of your life as far as that goes. They give you about 2 years if you decide as a customer you want to start making income, because this is a position of equity. You're in somebody's family tree now. And if in that family tree it's growing, it could be growing under you. And there could be customers that are being placed under you, which are creating BV through their orders. And everybody gets paid on BV below them. So that's important to know. If somebody's been a customer for 2 years and they have a lot of people under them and they haven't converted to an associate, you would want to let them know that. And a lot of times too, I'll get an email every once in a while from Isogenics saying, hey, there's a customer under you that's getting a lot of BV in their bank. And they must not know it because they're not capitalizing on it. Get a hold of them. We get emails like that because they want us to bless that person's life financially. So just know that as a customer. And for, I think it's the first 3 months, they will let a customer bank all of this BV and get paid on it up to 3 months before it flushes out, okay? As a customer, okay? They're generous to do that. Now, you want to make money, you want to start banking on that volume and start creating your own family tree, then you would need to take the next step, and that is become a consultant. So we go from customer, well, let me do it this way because it'll draw out over the next couple slides. So right here, we are a customer. Right here, we're a consultant. All right, once you become a consultant, or I'm sorry, in order to become a consultant, let me back that up. There's a little button in your website and it says, I want to become an associate. So we have customer, which goes to associate. And the $29 that they waived here, they redirected that to here. So it's $29 to become an associate. That opens up all of the power of the website. You'll be able to do things with your website that a customer can't. The customer still gets the website, but they don't get all of the power of it. And one of the powers that come with being an associate and paying that $29 membership, when you click that button, is you can become a consultant now and start earning the 6%. It's pretty cool because they let them bank the 6% without even the power to capitalize on it. That's pretty generous, you guys. Companies don't do this stuff. And I just want to point some of these out because they're kind of clues. They're reconfirming evidences of how awesome our company is and how we created 322 millionaires now. So $29, become an associate. You enroll one person on the left. This would be person number 1 and person number 2 on your right. And they need to order a qualified order, which is the Forever Pack. We get everybody started with the Forever Pack. Okay? And now they're qualified as a customer. They don't have to do the business. They're a customer, and you now are qualified to get your 6%. And once you click the associate button, you have 30 days to do that, to hit consultant. When you do that, you make $250. Is that right? I get so confused on these numbers now because of all of the different dynamics. What is it when you hit consultant? $250?
Yeah, Crystal Consultant is a $100 bonus.
So how much do you make right here?
So if you're doing the Forever Pack, you would be making $120 when you sign up your first 2 people.
Oh yeah, that's right. So the first 30 days is 30 days. You do that in 30 days from becoming an associate, it's $120. The next one is the $450, right? Okay. So anybody can do this, you guys, right?
Well, you're spending, so the cost of your investment is $164. You share it with two people and the company's giving you back $120.
So let's go 164 minus 120. You paid $44.
That makes
for
the
products.
investment even better, right?
Yeah. Now you're getting paid to eat your groceries, right? The ultimate coupon. Okay. So, but the power of that right there is you're making the same percentage as the top income earner in the company. They treat everybody equal. That's why we still have more millionaires coming in, because it's an equal opportunity compensation plan. And with products that work, the opportunity doesn't go away until every single person's on it. But we're a long ways from that. I don't think that'll even happen in our lifetime. I don't know, maybe that everybody will be in isogenics, but we're not even in 1% yet. Think about that. That's why we're still creating millionaires. And we will be for years and decades to come. Okay, so 6% plus you get the $120 cash, and we pay weekly. Now, the next step from here, if you want to start building this 6% to where you're getting a $200 a week check, $400 a week check, $800 a week check. At 13 months, for me, this is my personal disclaimer, for me, at 13 months, you guys, I was making $2,000 a week. That's $8,000 a month. That's $100,000 a year at 13 months. So when Jojo was talking about unlimited income, I'm just getting started at 13 months. But how did I do that? Remember, I made the flip chart and I was going into people's homes proactively, kind of like your Mary Kay, Tupperware, rep. That's what I was doing. And okay, so just a little FYI there. Now, so how would we facilitate that? Well, there's some tracks to run on that the company set up. So we know that this is a bonus. What I was doing when I was going out is I was sharing the information with people, and then I was teaching them how they could get their products for free if they just became a consultant. So I taught that to every customer. Hey, you're going to get results. People are going to ask you questions. Are you okay with sharing them what you're doing? And then refer them to me. And then I'll explain to them, and we'll get them enrolled under you. And through that process, we get your products paid for. Are you cool with that? Yeah, totally. So again, we have associate, consultant, makes $120 in 30 days. And then we have manager. So take all of that together, that's manager. Do that in 60 days, and you get another $450 bonus. 60 days. So that's the bonus. That's a bonus. That's a total of $570 that I showed in the presentation. And what did you do? You helped this person make $120, and they're 6%. Just like you're getting. Powerful, powerful, you guys. Do you see if that just progressed? If that just progressed, by the time you got to the 13th generation, you'd be at that $50,000 a month. Just progressing that. That's why we got to get really good at finding out what solutions people are looking for, and then getting really good at explaining why this is the solution. Well, we really simplified that. That's a telomere issue. Any problem anybody's having with their health, their energy, their mental clarity, that's a telomere issue. So we really simplified not only the solution, but the way to incorporate that solution into their life. That took me to over $1 million a year in just 2 years with this process. And a 7-figure annual income. Okay? So this is the process for that. And the company is bonusing you along the way. So there's only a few skills and words you need to, really memorize and then give to other people. It's called intellectual distribution, because you don't have any inventory. You don't have to sell anything. It's what's the words that are rolling off of your tongue is what's going to make you money, because what you do is you set them up with their wholesale account. They buy direct from the company who has all the inventory. It's called intellectual distribution. And Paul Zane Pilzer, Nobel Prize winning economist, said that will make more millionaires than any other company or industry that has ever existed. And we're at 322 millionaires now. No other company that I know of has done that. Along with our products, no other company has done what our products are doing. Over 700 people reportedly releasing over 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 pounds with their pictures on the wall. You guys, I hope it's sinking in. I hope you have a hard time sleeping tonight and that you're texting people right now. This is the only time when I'm teaching that it's okay to text, because you're so excited, you're texting people. Oh my gosh, I'm learning about something you have got to see, okay? So there's up to the 570, but there's more tracks to run on. The next one is director, is that right? So we have associate, consultant, manager, director. Oops, director. So this is the $120 bonus, $450 bonus. This one right here is over $1,100 bonus. And what you're doing is you've enrolled 1, 2. Now you didn't enroll anybody else to reach the 570, but now you're going to enroll some more people yourself. Number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. And remember, you're getting paid 6% on all of these people's orders and reorders for the rest of your life. So make sure you do a really good job with teaching them how to fish. Don't treat them like the guy that came to my presentation. Remember, can't remember his name now, but he came to the Phillips Ranch, and he's the one that brought Tony Robbins' son. You remember his name? Anyways, he said, I've been on Isogenics. It was like 4 years ago, and my life was just awesome. But he said, I didn't put 2 and 2 together that it was awesome because of the Isogenics nutrition, so I stopped taking the nutrition. He said, had I seen your presentation, I would have never stopped taking them. And so make sure you do a good job, and you don't have to be the one that teaches them. Send them the presentation online, the 27-minute presentation, right? Or get them on one of these live Zooms. I do 3 a week, Monday night, Thursday night, and Saturday morning. Okay, and JoJo does them, you know, and Laura St. John and John and Malcolm. So plenty of opportunities to get people to learn how to fish. All right, so now this is, they give you, is it 4 months to do that? 4 months. This was 60 days, 2 months. And this was 1 month, 30 days. Okay? And the clock doesn't start ticking until you clicked the associate button. I forgot to say that. So if we go back to here, once you click the associate button and pay the $29, that's when the clock starts ticking, not when you're a customer and enrolled. So don't turn somebody to an associate like, oh, let's turn you to an associate the day they enrolled. Wait till they have somebody to enroll, because then they're up against the clock and they don't even know who they're going to talk to yet, right? Or what they're going to talk to them about. So give them some time to figure all of that out before they click the associate button. That's cool of our company. Again, that's another clue. All right, the last tracks to run on to really build a self-growing organization. See, the reason they laid it out this way, this has been since I got in the company. And this is the tracks that I followed. I hit executive. This is executive right here. You're teaching people how to get their products paid for. But what else are you teaching them subconsciously? How to start making a residual income for themselves. And that lies within the power of themselves, not some boss, not a manager, not an employer. It's up to them, right? And the people they talk to. So there are going to be people who say, oh my gosh, my financial destiny is now in my hands. I can go out and talk to people whenever I want, and it's free for me to talk to people, right? So teaching people how to do this was a smart thing the company instituted with these bonuses, because then you have people who start building their own team. So this is the highest highest rank you could be in the company. We have customer, consultant, manager, director, and executive. So and they give you 6 months to do this. And that's about $1,400 in bonus. Remember, this is bonus on top of the weekly 6% check that you get. Altogether, it's a little over $3,000 that you would make with all of these bonuses. Whoops, hitting executive. All right, and you would have enrolled a total of 5 people on your left team that become consultants. I'll put PE for that. That stands for personally enrolled. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 5 consultants on your right team that you personally enrolled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the reason they make you do 5 on the left and 5 on the right is because you want the volume coming up through both teams to make the 6%. The BV is going to come into this bank, and the BV is going to come into that bank. It stands for business volume. So remember, every point is given a business, every product is given a point value. This is like 103 BV to remind you. All right. So that BV will come up into those banks. When you get so much on your left team and so much on your right team, you get paid your commission. Okay. We won't get into that today, but that's how it works. The BV goes in the left team, right team. Every time that BV reaches the right increment, you get paid $54. It's called a cycle. So that pays out in something called a cycle, which is $54. So the more people you have ordering products, the more BV. The more people that you have sharing the products and enrolling people, the more your check goes up, because you get paid 6% on everybody. Not just what you see here, but whoever they start enrolling. That's what JoJo was talking about, the unlimited income. There's no way I could make a 7-figure income going out and selling enough products to make 6% to add up to $19,000 a week. I couldn't do that by myself. It'd be impossible. There's no way I could earn by myself through sales $19 million a week, because that's what a 7-figure income is annually, just over $19,000 a week. And there's no way I could do that. So they are, the way that I do that, because I am, is through these people creating their own teams and getting paid, all right? But this is the tracks to run on executive, because what you're doing is the hands-on training and helping people to understand. And then that's where you get the duplication, the leverage. So you get paid 6% on everyone, make bonuses along the way. And then they also have the important things for a new person to know here is that everybody's ordering a qualified order here. Everybody's ordering a forever pack. You've enrolled 10, they've enrolled 2. That's a total of 30 people. All 30 are ordering a forever pack. If one person stops ordering a forever pack, you're not qualified as an executive. And the reason you would want to stay qualified as an executive is because they pay you $750 one month, $750 2 months, $1,000 the third month. And then it starts over. $750 on the 4th month, $750 on the 5th month, $1,000 on the 6th month as an executive. And it just does that for the whole year. And it keeps doing that, and it loops around again. So that's about $10,000 a year just maintaining executive, which again, everybody's ordering a forever pack. So people say, well, can I have more than 5 people in case one person doesn't order? Yeah. It's Dr. J. He's like, I want to get as many as I can on both legs. In case one person doesn't order, I'm still qualified because I had 8 on this side. You only have to have a minimum of 5 and 5 to be executive and to get these bonuses every month. What would that do for you as an executive? Look, even if the 6% isn't very high, you could be making more on this bonus as an executive while you're building up your customer base. How many of you could use an extra $750 a month? And then every 3rd month, it's $1,000. Just get to executive. Willie did it in 1 day. He holds the record in the company. I did it in 2.5 months when I got started. How many of you can use an extra $750 a month? Get to executive. That's an awesome bonus. And you're building your 6% retirement. Okay, that's powerful. Anything you leaders want to say before we end there? Getting to executive gives you an automatic 750, 750, 1,000. And then it does it again. 750, 750, 1,000. I've never really thought about it. I'm having my own little aha right now. Because the 6%, it takes a little bit of time to build that up. But the more you're out doing presentations, the faster. Remember, I replaced my mechanics income with the 6% only. We didn't have bonuses. So I had to really get out there and hustle and get after it so I could create more customers and get people on my team to create more customers. But with this, you are in control of that right there. By the amount of people you talk to, you could do that in a short amount of time. How many of you could use a $10,000 raise on top of what you're already doing? $10,000 a year. Would you get that at your job ever? How long would it take for you to get a $10,000 raise at your job?
And all I'm doing is eating my own overhead and teaching someone else how to do the same. I'm not buying 10,000 canisters of shake and going out and knocking on doors and trying to sell them to people. I use my own stuff, you use your own stuff, my husband uses his own stuff. We all just use our own product. And it seems so simple. So I can just have a shake every morning and that will, and I can share that with people and that makes me money. Yes, it does. It seems silly and simple, but it's the exact way it works. So don't overlook the potential of this because, I did at first because I have these 3 businesses, right? So that's where I'm going to make a ton of money. I have never in my tanning salons made anywhere near what we've made in Isogenics. Was able to sell my businesses and bring myself home, was able to replace my husband's income so he doesn't have to go out and, beat his body up being an electrician anymore. And, he had a great job. It's not an honorable job to go out and be an electrician and give people light. It's really important, but it's really hard on your body. And, to be able to work from home and it's pretty amazing. There's a question, but I'm not sure.
Well, let me just interject right there too. The people who understand this and believe it are the ones that are making a difference in their life and in their family's life and in other people's lives. Let me say that again. The people who understand it and believe it. Because your belief puts you into action. It's
a journey, right? Sometimes people come in and go, oh, it's some get rich quick scheme. It's not, that is not what it is. It's network marketing. We do work at this. It's just completely different than anything else I've ever done or ever been involved in. I've never had the amount of leverage. I shared with a few people who shared with a few people who shared with a few people, and that created a huge organization. But it didn't all come from my back. It didn't all have to come from me. And so, 30,000 people I just don't know 30,000 people today. I knew a couple of people who knew a couple of people who knew a couple of people, and that gave us an organization across the country and now across the world where people just know people. And we just want to share the health that we've learned. When you have the belief in the product, it has to come first. You have to believe that this works. You have to believe, you have to have an experience. You have to have your own testimony. It's the product first. The product drives everything, but it's so amazing and unique and incredible. We have something behind us that no one else has. It's really difficult to say that in any other space. So the leverage here, and that's a whole other conversation, but that's, as this grows and you can see how he's laid it out, if you just did that over and over and over and over, it would be, it can't be stopped. It can't be stopped. It gets its own legs and it just keeps going.
Yeah. Your number one activity is not to invite, but to promote to people to get them in front of the information. You got to promote it. Invitations, I get a lot of invitations to things that I don't ever act on because they didn't move me. You got to move people. That's called promotion. Your number one activity is to promote people to get in front of the information, whether it's a live Zoom, on a phone call with somebody, or send them the link, you know, and then from that point, you're like, if you're brand new, they're gonna be like, they said yes, what do I do now? I don't know what to do. Let me call somebody, right? You call the person who invited you here, you know, your upline, the people that introduced you to it, and they'll help you answer that person's questions and
when you okay, so when you hit executive, when you hit a crystal executive, because you do the 5 people on each side that become consultant in 6 months, you get a crystal executive bonus that comes right away, right? So that's part of a rank advancement bonus. Then the executive lifestyle bonus is the 750 that comes every month after you hit that. So every month that you are paid as executive for the full month, you'll get 750, 750, 1,000, 750, 750, 1,000.
Yep. And there's these bonus pools. People have been getting $700 on top of the bonuses they give for hitting director and manager. There's these bonus pools that you get for a couple months while you're in that stage. And we've had people get up to $5,000 in the director pool. But we just had some people, they announced it on Facebook. We announced it, Dr. J and Jerry, I think it was like $700 or something like that they got. On top of the bonus that they give you for hitting this rank. It's called a bonus pool. So just the company is putting out $47 million in upfront bonuses on top of the 6%. So it's just an incredible opportunity, again, to really, the bottom line, what is this doing? What does all this represent? Changing people's lives. If we go back, you know, and look at, you know, the way it's changing our lives, the way it's changed my life, Bob Sheridan's, Jill's, and so many other stories that I haven't shared with you. You know, all the lives that are being changed, Dick's. That's what all that money represents. And remember, everybody's getting the products the same price as you. So when people say, what, are you trying to make money off me? No, I'm sharing with you something that you're going to get at the same price I get it for. Right? So with that, you guys, thanks so much for joining us on this Saturday, taking your time. And again, like I mentioned earlier, we got a great community and a lot of things for people to tap into, things that are going on all week long. The learning never stops because it's an essential part, you know, the personal development and the education and the training. It's an essential part of it. So just like you take the shakes every day, every week, there's trainings going on and information. Almost daily, I would say, but for sure every week. Okay, with that, you guys, thanks so much for joining us. Have a great Saturday. And I'll be doing this again, the presentation on Monday night, 5:30 California time, 5:30 Pacific. Okay, thanks everyone. Have a great day.